Hey guys, we're back.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. Under these new circumstances, we've decided to kind of document what we've been going through.
Yeah, my mom sent me this thing that she got online where a principal recommended that children log what's going on during this quarantine. Well, for us, it's a quarantine in New York, and kind of document their experiences with, what it's been like day to day and week to week, since this is something that we've never really experienced ever. Like, this is, uncharted territory for everybody, especially here in New York, where it's the epicenter, as they say, of, where we just saw almost 60,000 cases in New York.
Yeah, this is as of us filming today.
Yeah,
I'm sure
today,
that number will change.
So maybe we can do, I don't know how often you want to check in.
Oh, okay. You heard that, right?
See, she wants me to do videos about what's your favorite hairstyle and these weird videos that I don't want to do. But this is something that actually is.
How often do you want to do this?
Whatever. I mean, I'm home every day, so.
Yes, this has really been a rough time. I'm considered an essential worker, and he's considered a
non-essential. But my company has been great with working from home. I've been working from home for like 3 weeks straight, and they're very, they got ahead of it. Started a little bit before the government chimed in and said everybody stay home. So we're lucky in that sense where I don't have to leave. The kids obviously don't go to school right now, so they're doing their schooling at home. So me being here has helped, and unfortunately she has to go outside.
Not all the time. I try. They don't know this, but now I try to do as much as I can at home. I do work in the field 3 days a week. I anchor. I'm a meteorologist, so I anchor on weekends normally, but I do have a string of time where I'll be filling in the morning, so that includes going in physically to the building. But whenever I can, I try to do as much as possible at home. That includes Skype interviews, that includes writing my scripts, gathering information. And if I do have to go out and collect, whether it's video or just people on the street, we call a man on the street, then I'd leave. But whenever possible, I try to make it self-contained, just for my own security and for his own sanity.
Yeah. Because I have super anxiety about this thing. I went to the store yesterday and I'm like hyperventilating. I don't even want to be outside. And her being out, especially in New York City, where it's the worst part of New York to be. I mean, outside, I think now it is. It used to be Westchester, but it's bad. So like, she could go out there, get it, bring it home, and we all got it. And
that is a challenge, because when I heard what my story was for the day and that I had to head into the city and get some interviews from just people on the street, just walking along, the avenues, I was like, how am I gonna do this? We do have a boom mic set up, so I don't have to hold the mic to people's mouths or, to their chin level or whatever. It's a boom mic, so it's like held from above by my photographer. And they just talk into the mic, but just at a distance. We stand like 4 to 6 feet away. We try to, make that, follow the guidelines with the safe distancing. And then I usually go in my own vehicle. My photographer goes in his own vehicle. We drive separately, we work separately, just to make sure that we adhere to all of the safety precautions, which can be challenging, especially in my line of work, because my line of work, I'm also a reporter. I do features as well as weather in studio. So it involves sometimes a lot of one-on-one contact. I mean, you do a lot of video conferencing, and all your work can be done on the computer, right?
Yeah, I work from home like once or twice a week, every week anyway, but now it's every day. And we do Zoom video meetings now, so we all see each other every day. And my company's been really good about being flexible and understanding, which is good. And a lot of people, it's obviously it's a terrible time with the job market now, with all the unemployment claims and the, stock market and everything is
Right.
terrible, so, we're very fortunate that we're in a position where at this point we have not been impacted, in that regard. But it's just, you feel for people that, like, you go to the grocery store and, like, these people, like, they're in there all day. You don't know who's in there. Like, it's a very stressful thing. Like, I can't imagine. Just going there shopping is stressful, so I can't imagine.
Yeah, the one thing I like to do though to get our minds off of it, because now the kids are not taking part in their activities, which is challenging. So there's no dance, there's no basketball, there's no gymnastics, and we try to dance and do stuff to kind of get their minds off of us just being cooped up in the house all the time. And keeping them active is very, very difficult because of the weather patterns that we've been having. Like on today, for instance, it's raining. It's not that warm outside. And then once in a while we have these really beautiful days and the kids will go out on a trampoline. I know some parks are closed in certain areas. You just heard of like a park in New Jersey being shut down, or parks in a town in New Jersey, all of them being shut down. But whenever we can, we like to get them outside and just, even if it's running around the track, not necessarily playing on the playgrounds, because I'm very skeeved out about slides and swings and stuff like that, and monkey bars. But just running around the track and just getting them, working out and moving is what we try to do as much as possible. And fortunately, our fourth grader, she is really good with her homework, so she's very independent with that. And if she does have any questions, she can speak directly to her teacher. Our first grader,
yeah, he's a little more one-on-one help.
Yeah,
but he's been doing good also.
Yeah, we're trying to push him into the direction of being more independent.
Yeah.
So he's doing, I think this is like a perfect dry run practice for him. So hopefully everything will, work itself out and things will get better eventually.
It's tough though, because there's so much, you realize how much stuff goes on, and throughout the year, like we're missing the father-daughter dance that passed. She mentioned there's no activity, so they're not going to dance. There may not be a recital this year that happens in June. So
now
we
already
know.
paid
Well,
everything.
We paid for costumes, yeah.
Costumes, it ain't cheap.
No, so it's that we plan on going on a vacation later on in the year. That's probably not happening. And then you kind of think about like the things that other people like. Think about what a high school senior or junior is going through who has a prom.
Right.
That's probably, there's a good
And
chance
he's
that
graduating.
he's graduating.
One of my stories, we were talking about one of the universities here. They shut down. They're also a hospital, so they shut down and they want to prioritize. And that includes getting the kids off campus. So you had a lot of graduates not knowing, okay, am I going to have a graduation ceremony? They moved everything to virtual learning, just like all the other colleges, schools, other learning institutions now are 100% online. But still, everybody is used to just having their time, their moment to walk down. The weddings too. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, a lot of weddings affected. It's terrible. Like I can't, So you think about our circumstances, and then when you think about, the life events that other people are having, like we've been married. We're married, like somebody who's getting married this month or next month or anytime this year has got to be really nervous about that. I know tons have already had to be canceled, or it's really tough.
But what we are trying to do, because we are deeply affected just like everyone else, just like you all who are watching, if you have any recommendations of what we should talk about. I mean, today was kind of like an intro to what we've been dealing with. We want to hear from you. We want you to tell us some of your challenges, things that have worked for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, if you have any questions for us too, we would love to hear from you guys and answer those questions and keep the conversation going, because the governor was on today. He says the way we're going to get through this is through unity, just bring out of many one, and just out of all of us just come up with like a clear-cut way to handle it. And that involves helping each other.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. thank you so much for watching.
And we'll check back in a few days or so. She's so excited about
You
this.
agree?
I'm back.
Contingent upon him. So the fact that he has agreed to do this, I'm like, yes. All right.
Yeah, because we're talking about something real.
I know it's some of my topics is not what he wants to talk about, and he's like whatever. So this is something that we're trying to do, not just for you guys and to keep the conversation going, but also for us. It's kind of therapy for us, and hopefully as our kids get older and they kind of forget about this, that this will be sort of like a looking back, memory lane type of thing. So
exactly, it's something that an event that they'll
Huge.
vaguely remember, probably, especially our first grader. He probably won't even remember it at all.
Yeah.
But they'll be able to look back and say, wow, we really went through that. Hopefully this is not the norm, and there's not more of these down the road. But hopefully we recover and things get back to normal, and they can look back and learn some things.
All right, guys. On that note, we will see you in the next video. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Subscribe. By the way, don't forget to like and subscribe.